From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, July 12th, 2017. Silver's trading at $15.77 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,215 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,373. Antiwar.com reports in a particularly embarrassing case of U.S. allies torturing detainees. A video was leaked to the Turkish media showing fighters in the Kurdish YPG torturing at least 2 captive Arabs during interrogation. The video is reportedly from the end of May and in the Mansoura district west of Raqqa. It shows the YPG forces kicking and stomping on the prisoners, demanding information about the location of the Islamic State fighters, as one of the detainees screams that he doesn't know anything about it. Kurdish officials have confirmed the authenticity of the video. Exactly what that leads to is unclear, as the Kurdish self-protection body describes the acts as the torture of one of the Islamic State mercenaries, but offered no details of how they decided that's what the detainees were, let alone why they only mentioned one torture when the video clearly shows 2 people getting stomped. The Kurdish PYD, the political wing of the YPG, suggested it was an individual act and that they would be held responsible if they were identified. The U.S. says they don't condone the actions in the video and suggested an investigation might take place through the Pentagon's legal branch. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports Takata has recalled 2.7 million airbags, joining 42 million affected vehicles in the largest safety notice ever in the automotive industry because of a new hazard. The latest recalls announced on Tuesday involve Ford, Nissan, and Mazda models from 2005 to 2012, ones the Japanese manufacturer originally thought were safe. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said Takata is taking this action out of an abundance of caution, though it has received no reports of any field ruptures and has not experienced any as a result of the field evaluation program. The latest recall for the first time involves airbags that use calcium sulfate as a drying agent. The inflator can combust in an overaggression manner, potentially rupturing and causing harm, according to a filing Takata submitted to the Highway Safety Administration. The first defective devices were recalled by Honda in 2008. More than 70 million inflators have been recalled, sometimes involving the same vehicle more than once. At least 17 deaths worldwide, including 12 in the United States, have been linked to Takata inflators. On June 26, the company announced it was filing for bankruptcy protection in Japan and the United States and selling off its assets. It has established an $850 million fund to refund cost of airbag recalls and replacement costs incurred by affected auto manufacturers. Ford has not announced the models of the 2.2 million vehicles recalled and has 5 days to respond to the Takata filing. You can support FPP Radio by joining the FANS program. To learn more or to join the FANS program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a federal judge on Tuesday ruled that the government cannot immediately deport nearly 200 Iraqi immigrants arrested last month who argued they would face persecution if they were removed from the country. U.S. District Judge Mark Goldsmith in Michigan said he had the authority to order the government to keep the Iraqis in the country while their deportation cases were reviewed by the courts. In his ruling, Goldsmith said sending the Iraqis back now would expose them to a substantiated risk of death, torture, or other grave persecution before their legal claims can be tested in court. Many of the 199 Iraqis detained, largely in the Detroit area, but also Tennessee, New Mexico, and California, were Chaldean Catholics or Iraqi Kurds. Both groups said they could be targets for attacks in Iraq because they are visible minorities. The government is seeking to deport more than 1,400 Iraqis across the country. The actions are part of the Trump administration efforts to increase immigration enforcement and make countries take back nationals ordered out of the United States. Goldsmith said federal courts were first responders if constitutional rights were under threat, and the Iraqis' extraordinary circumstances gave him the power to block their deportation. A Department of Justice spokeswoman declined comment. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.